Good day, guys. It's Double H back here. Sorry that it's been taking such a long time to get this vid out there. Your life, been there. Trying to hone in all of these movie stuff coming in a bottle. Guys, I promised you a review for On Back 2, which is going to be coming very soon, and also for a review as well for the new Avatar trailer that's actually coming out today, but online on Thursday. But YouTube is our friend, you know that. So yeah, for this segment, I want to do a review of the Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. I thought that obviously, I'm an appreciator of Terry Gilliam and his works, and also as well, being this was one of the films that he did not finish, and based on his great efforts that he did in the Dark Knight film, like I said, I've got to just go on, just to support what this guy was doing, based on how much he tried in that Dark Knight flick. So yeah, I wanted just to go and see what he was doing, for that character, and also Terry Gilliam as well, man. He's a very rare kind of the director, a great and different, unique talent. And obviously, Terry Gilliam already know who that guy is. Seen a few flicks. I recommend. We all know about The Life of Brian and Fear and Loathing. Benito del Toro, ridiculous performance in that film, Fear and Loathing. But I'd tell you guys, if it's Terry Gilliam film that you guys should really watch, Brazil. Not many of you guys may have watched it, but I would really recommend you watch that, because that is some of the imagery in that film is actually quite amazing. It is actually quite amazing, the imagery in that film. So yeah, that's like a flick that I would recommend you guys watching. So yeah, back to this flick, Imaginarium of Dr. Parnassus. Well, basically, let me just give you a brief plot of the film. It's Christopher Plummer is I believe Dr. Parnassus, and a guy who's basically been living for a 1,000 years. I think as a monk with his faithful friend assistant Ventroya. And I think basically he makes a wager with the devil of who can basically hone in the most apostles or followers, and Dr. Parnassus wins, and by winning, the devil grants him immortality. And obviously, Dr. Parnassus thinks it's always a great thing having immortality, but then being immortal, man, it sucks. Look, man, life sucks. Who the hell wants to be immortal in this world? So yeah, so obviously we now approach the film in his immortal state of living for 1,000 years, and he's now he's now part of this moving theatre, which moves in a carriage with horses. And in this moving theatre, him and his daughter and some helper, the guy was bloody annoying in that film, by the way, basically are trying to basically promote Dr. Parnassus' life. And the interesting thing about the story is there's a mirror. So whenever they go around, to wherever they're mainly in London, whenever they go around London, people can come in, and once they go into the mirror, they go into another world, and this world is basically created from the meditation of Dr. Parnassus. So once he meditates and a guy goes through this mirror, they enter into a different world, and that world is connected with the imagination of the person going into that mirror. So it's a bit psychedelic, So that's what Terry Gill does, So yeah, interesting story, And obviously, as they go along, they pick up the Heath Ledger character. Because obviously, to begin with, they're not really very good. They suck, and they're not really getting many customers coming through the mirror, and nobody really cares about them. But then, once they pick up Heath Ledger's character, he's a lot more vibrant, and he actually gets a lot more people to start giving money and start going into the mirror. And then, stuff changes in the story. You learn more about who this Heath Ledger's character is, because he doesn't know what his past was. So you learn more about his past, what kind of character he was, blah blah. So I don't really want to give too much away, And but the main plot of the story really involves Dr. Parnassus and the devil having another wager, which is who can get 5 souls, pretty much. So that's the other wage that they have. So that's really becomes the main plot of the story about halfway through. So yeah, going to the film, I mean, this ain't no Fear and Loathing. It ain't no 12 Monkeys, and it ain't no Brazil, you know. But still, there are some striking imagery within this film, and I believe. There are two sides of this film. I mean, you have the amazing imagery of the film, and that happens when we see people go into the mirror, and like some of the animation, some of the stuff that is inside this Terry Gilliam's head. I mean, this guy must be on crack cocaine, man, because the kind of stuff he concocts and thinks of is quite crazy.